Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're well. So for tech issues, I'm a bit late. So can you please type in the chat box if you can hear me properly? So if you can hear me, type in the chat box yes. Then I'd like to let's start the class right now. So before starting the class, I got a question. Can you guess what the question is? The question is, have you submitted your homework? So if you have submitted your homework, please type in the chat box me. I'd like to see how many of you have submitted your homework. Just type in the chat box me, M-E. Okay, excellent. So I'm getting loads of comments. Okay. Mahmoudul Mubin submitted homework. Okay, thank you, Mahmoud. Farah Khan submitted. Thank you, Farah. Dipti Roy submitted. Thank you, Dipta. Antu, okay, said hearing. Shamul Chandra Roy submitted. Thank you, Shamul. Anybody else? Type in the chat box me. Saif Ali Khan submitted. Okay. Bushra Naima submitted. Thank you, Bushra. Tamjid said it's first class for me. Okay, Tamjid. No problem at all. So all you need to do, you need to watch the recording class, first class, and you will see the homework as well, and you need to submit. Otherwise, you can't get the certificate. Okay. So anybody else? Okay. So these are the students. They submitted work. So congratulations. That means you have taken the challenge, and you are a challenger, and you are winning, right? So rest of the people, are you losing the battle? Challenge. So that's my question. So if you haven't submitted your homework, can you please type in the chat box if you can submit your homework? So if you're willing to submit your homework by tonight, so please type in the chat box, I will submit. I'd like to see how many of you would like to submit their homework on time and they'd like to get the certificate. So please type in the chat box, I will submit. Okay. Okay, let me see how many of you are really eager to submit all the homework. Okay. Okay, thank you. Anthu said I will. Okay, thank you. Shubho said I will. Fahad said I will. Okay, Imdas said I will. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so this is not about me. This is all about you. So all you got to do is you need to follow the instruction and need to submit your homework every day. Excellent. So we're gonna go to the class right away. And before that, I'd like to see, so just asking, is it possible to turn your video? I'd like to see your face. Okay. I can say Khairul, your face. Tamjid Sheikh, your face. Moshu, Rajun Ahmed. Okay, excellent. So what else? Rookie, anybody else? So turn on your video. It seems like you are sitting in the classroom and it's the real class. Fahad, thank you. Turning your video on. Okay, so just turn your video on. I'd like to see how many of you are really got to have the class. Okay, and once I see your face, that means yeah. So you are connecting with me. Now I would like to share my screen. Let's see what we have got for you today. Right. So where is my slide? Okay, it's gonna be somewhere else. So my team, there are a lot of people still joining. Please admit them to join the class, as conducting the class is going to be very helpful. Okay. Here you go. So this is the slide. And if it is your first class, please type in the chat box first. If it is your second class, please type in the chat box second. I'd like to see how many new faces up today. Okay, so if it is your first class, please type in the chat box first. If it is your second class, please type in the chat box second. Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so a lot of people are commenting right now. Let's see. Okay, a lot of people, they said first class. Okay, Mahfouz said first class. Okay, a lot of people, this is the second class for them. Fahad said first class. Tamjid said first class. Okay, okay, excellent, excellent. Got it, got it. So this is the second class, and I have got a great news for you, right? So if you'd like to, hear the great news from me, please type in the chat box excited. I'd like to see how many are really excited to hear the great news. type in the chat box excited. I'd like to put the chat box so that I can see who is typing here. Okay, I'd like to see how many people are really excited to know that great news. Okay, Asif said excited, Fahad said excited, Fahad said excited. Okay, excellent. Type in the chat box. As I told you, so you need to play full, right? If I ask you to do something, you got to do it. So the great news is, after finishing today's class, you'll be able to speak 80%. I repeat, after finishing today's class, you'll be able to speak 80%. If you heard me right, please type in the chat box 80%. So you'll be able to speak 80%, whatever you want to speak. No one can stop you. So this is the magic is going to happen today, right? Who is ready, right? So please type in the chat box 80%. I'd like to see how many are really excited to get today's class, because after finishing this class, literally, you'll be able to speak 80%. Okay, so type in the chat box 80%. Okay, Bushra said 80%. Okay, Farah said 80%. Zanatul Firdaus said 80%. Ready. Okay, Santos said 80%. Ashraful said 80%. Okay, so now we're gonna go there. We're gonna go there. So this is very important class, right? Here you go. So today is all about this. So if you'd like to make a sentence, okay, let's say if you'd like to speak, you need to make a sentence. And if you'd like to make a sentence, you need subject and plus verb. So if you really understood, please type in the chat box subject plus verb. That's the two things you need to understand. It's very simple. English is very simple. All you need to do, you need to understand in a simple way, and then you need to use it. Once you can do that, you are ready to go, right? So please type in the chat box subject plus verb. That's the thing. If you understand only these two things, subject plus verb, you're ready to go, right? So subject plus verb. Now, can you remember in the last class, we have said a lot of subjects we have practiced, like I, we, you, they, he, she, it, Tony. So these are the subjects we use now and then, right? Always we use these sort of subjects. We know what are the subjects. And today, we'd like to get some verbs, and we're gonna use it. And after using this, you'll see this is gonna be, I mean, great opportunity to understand the simple thing and try to speak. So who is ready? If you're ready, please type in the chat box ready. I'd like to see how many of you are really ready using this simple format subject plus verb, and you'd like to speak on and on and on. As I told you, 80% you'll be able to speak, right? Okay, a lot of people are ready. Excellent. Excellent. So now, here you go. So this is the subject, I, we, you, they, he, she, Tony. We know it. It's very simple, right? And now, verb. So can you please type in the chat box if you know any verbs? Type in the chat box. I'd like to see any verbs if you know. Type in the chat box, right? Okay, Antu said go. Yeah, excellent. Eat. Yeah, excellent. So if you'd like to do any action, that's called verb, right? Rakib said come, eat, go. Okay, walk, want. Okay, anything else? Sit, come. Excellent. So these are the verbs. So if you have one subject and verb, and if you can make sentence, that means you made a sentence. And if you deliver, that means you started speaking. So if you can deliver a lot of sentences, that means you are a fluent speaker, right? Am I right or wrong? Please type in the chat box. If I'm right, please type in the chat box right. If I'm wrong, please type in the chat box wrong. If you'd like to make a sentence, you need subject and verb. Once you make a sentence, subject and verb, that means you are ready to deliver. And if you can make a lot of sentences and you can deliver continuously, that means you are a fluent speaker. Am I right? Yeah, very simple thing. So now we're gonna practice a few things. So now on the left-hand side, you can see a lot of subjects. And on the right-hand side, you can see only one verb. It's called practice, right? So now, how are we gonna practice? This is how we're gonna make a lot of sentences. So I practice, we practice, you practice, you practice, they practice, he practices, she practices, it practices, Tony practices. So this is how we're gonna make a lot of sentences. I repeat, I practice, we practice, you practice, you practice, they practice, he practices, she practices, it practices, Tony practices. Okay, so after they, if you get he, she, it, Tony, so we use sound. That's the only difference, and we will explain a bit later on why you're gonna use that sound. So now, can you remember in the last class we practiced a lot, we made lots of sentences, and I gave you a challenge. I said you got to give me all the sentences using one breath. Today we're gonna try the same thing, right? So who would like to try? If you'd like to try, please type in the chat box me. I'd like to see how many of you would like to really try to give me all the sentences using just only one breath, right? So this is how we're gonna practice. I practice, you practice, you practice, you practice, they practice, he practices, she practices, it practices, Tony practices, right? So this is how. Now what I'm gonna do, I will unmute yourself, all of you, and I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, go, and you need to give me all the sentences, right? So are you ready? If you're ready, please type in the chat box ready. I'd like to see how many of you are really excited to make lots of sentences and deliver the sentences the same time. Okay, excellent. Excellent. So by the way, I mean, if you have got internet issue, if you drop down, try to come back, right? Someone will allow you to enjoy the class. And you know, this is very exciting. I mean, when you have got the class live, and also you can watch the recorded, but I don't feel, I mean, that much interesting when you watch the recorded one. So now what I'm gonna do, I'll unmute yourself and I'll say 3, 2, 1, go, and you need to give me all the sentences, right? So please unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go.
I practice, we
I
practice, you
practice, we practice, you practice,
you
practice, they practice, he practice, practice,
I
he
practice, we practice, you practice, you practice.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Thanks for trying. So listen very carefully. We're gonna start together at the same time. When I say go, you need to start. Don't wait. And when I say stop, you need to stop, right? And I know, I mean, some of you have tried and some of you haven't tried. And guess what? How do I know this? Because on the screen, I can see there's a mic, right? So when you speak, it's vibrating. And when you don't speak, it doesn't vibrate. That means when it is vibrating, that means I understand you practice, you are so respectful. When I give the instruction, you follow it. And when I see your mic is not vibrating, that means it's disrespectful. That means you are not following my instruction, right? So will you follow my instruction? If you follow, please type in the chat box, I will. I'd like to see how many of you are really, really excited and would like to follow my instruction. Type in the chat box, I will. Right? So now I can see only my mic is vibrating because I muted all of you, and that's why it just kept silent. But when I unmute yourself, and if you are speaking, your mic is vibrating, right? So now we're gonna try, we're gonna do it together, and we're gonna finish it together, right? So again, I'm gonna unmute yourself, and when I say go, you need to start. I practice, we practice, you practice, and the purpose is using only one breath, right? So take a big breath, right? And when I say go, you need to start. So please unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go.
I practice, we practice,
practice, you practice, you practice, you practice, you practice,
you practice,
you practice,
she practices,
you practice, you practice,
Tony
practices, I practice, you we practice, you practice, you practice, he practices, she practices, it practices, Tony practices.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. So, Saif, can you please unmute yourself and give me all the sentences?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Okay. Can you please make all the sentences in one breath?
I practice, we practice, you practice, you practice, they practice, he practice, she practice, it practice, don't practice.
Okay. So when you say he, she, it, we're gonna say practices, practices, practices. Okay. That's fine. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I'll try.
Okay. So next one is Shaheen Alum. Can you please unmute yourself and give me all the sentences, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I practice, we practice, you practice, you practice, they practice, he practices, she practices, it practices, Tony practices.
Thank you. Thank you. Please type in the chat box. Thanks, Shaheen. I need another volunteer. So Hassan Seni, can you please unmute yourself and give me all the sentences?
I practice, we practice, you practice, you practice, they practice, he practices, she practices, he practices, Tony practices.
Excellent. Can you please type in the chat box? Thanks, Hassan. So now, Mahmoudul Hassan, can you please unmute yourself and give me all the sentences?
I practice, we practice, you practice, they practice, he practices, she practices, it practices, Tony practices.
Okay, thank you. So it's still, say, we practice a lot, and it's still, it takes a little bit of time to deliver all the sentences. And this is how we're gonna remove inertia, right? What does inertia mean is when we'd like to speak about something else, but we cannot deliver the sentence. That's called inertia. But if you practice it time and again, you will see you're gonna develop your fluency, is guaranteed, right? So for the last time, we're gonna practice this structure again. So again, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to practice. So I'm gonna unmute yourself, and when I say go, you need to give it a try. And be honest with yourself. If you cannot give me all the sentences using one breath, that means you need to practice a bit more, right? So when you're staying home or somewhere else, please keep practicing. Okay, so having said that, please unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start.
Practice, we
I
practice.
practice,
You practice, you practices, you practices, he practices, he practices, Tony practices.
You practice, they practice, we
Tony
practice.
practices.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. So can you please type in the chat box? I'd like to see how many breaths have you taken to deliver all the sentences. Type in the chat box. How many breaths have you taken? I'd like to see. Okay. Asif said 1. Shubho said 1. Carol said no break. Okay. Antu said 1. Deepto said 1. Okay. Samuel said 1. Saif said 1. Okay. Still I can see a few people there, students, they are taking 2 breaths. Okay. Busha said no breath. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Shine said 2 breaths. Okay. So still, you need to practice. If you are taking 2 breaths, that means you need to practice a lot. Now, okay. So we practice now. I know still a few students, they're gonna make the mistakes. Just please make sure when you are using this sort of subjects, I mean he, she, it, Tony, and you know, according to the grammatical rules and regulation is 3rd person singular number. That's why we use s or es. For example, speaks, learns, listens, wants, sits, whatever, right? Whatever the subject, just you need to put s or es, and you need to make a sound. Speaks, learns, listens. So that's the only thing you need to know. Right. So now I'd like to ask you a few questions, and I'd like to see what sort of vocabularies you know. Right. So just think about in the morning. Right. So when you got up early in the morning, you know, we do a lot of activities. We take a lot of actions. Right. So can you please type in the chat box 5 verbs? What do you do when you get up early in the morning? Type in the chat box. Don't make a full sentence. Just give me verbs. Right. So for example, get up, 1 verb, brush, so 1 verb, drink, 1 verb. So what are the 5 things you do? Type in the chat box. All together, 5 verbs. I'd like to check your grammar vocabulary. So please type in the chat box. What are the 5 verbs you know? Okay. So Farah, okay. Mahmoud Mubin said prayer, walk, brush, eat, read. Okay. So Mahmoudul, I said verb, so it should be pray, right? Okay. Rezan said get up, brush, go to gym, eat, get up. Excellent. Shubhu said get up, brush, breakfast. Okay, excellent. So give me the 5 verbs. What do you do in the morning? Okay, so meeting, I'm not sure. It should be meet, take, go, walk, work. Excellent. Right. So MD Alamin said wash, work, wake up, walk, tea, pray, gossiping. Okay, so verb would be gossip. Okay, so just main verb. So Bushra said, okay, it's going so fast, even I can't read. Right, so Tamzid said, get up, breakfast, private, practice. Okay, not sure. Go to tuition, you mean? So Nuria Safi said, wake up, brush, have breakfast, exercise. Okay, excellent. First said get up, go, walk, eat, practice English. Okay, excellent. So these are the 5 verbs you do, right? Excellent. So I know you have got a good range of vocabularies. So you have said 5 things what you do in the morning. Okay, excellent. So now can you please type in the chat box, what do you do in the afternoon? Give me the 5 verbs again. What do you do in the afternoon? Type in the chat box 5 verbs together, right? Type in the chat box. I'm gonna give you 60 seconds to type. Okay. So Shinam said provide, demonstrate, learn, teach. Okay. Launch. Okay. Excellent. So what are the 5 things you do during afternoon? So drink, chat, walk, read, learn. Okay, excellent. Eat, sleep, watch TV, use mobile phone. Okay, play, bath, gossip, learn, drink. Okay, excellent. So what are the 5 things you do in the afternoon? Excellent. Teach, walk, drink, play. Excellent. So complete homework, lunch, study, drink. Excellent. So please type in the chat box. You have to be very quick. What are the 5 activities you do in the afternoon? Okay, excellent. Johnny Zakir said play, run, eat. So Johnny, you said only 3 things. I'm looking for 5 things. What do you do? Right? So he says, Shanto said read, walk, play, drink, run. Excellent. Sajid said bath, pray, watch TV, drink. Okay, excellent. Got it. Thank you. So now try to use different sort of verbs. What do you do in the evening? So let's say after 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, what do you do in the evening? Please type in the chat box. I'd like to see. Give me the 5 different sort of verbs, different sort of activities. What do you do in the evening? So after 7 o'clock, what do you do? Give me the 5 verbs. In the evening, what do you do? Please type in the chat box. I'm going to give you 60 seconds to type. Okay, Onto said pray, eat, read, watch TV, and run. Excellent. Zanatul Firdaus said, okay, it's going so fast, I can't even read. Bushra said, see, pray, walk, watch, use. Okay, okay, excellent. Got it. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. Zain said, I'm so sorry, it's going so fast, I can read. Carol said, play, eat, study, bath, brush. Okay. Mohammad Asif said, pray, take snack, reading, watching. Okay. Sajid said, walk, pray, reading books. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. That means you do a lot of things in the evening, right? Okay. Excellent. So now, got it. So in the morning, you said these are the things you do. Am I right? So you said you get up early in the morning, you brush your teeth. Then you said you make breakfast, have a cup of tea, coffee, get ready, take a bus or train to go to college, university, or office. You arrive at office or at university, and then you start studying or start working. So these are the things you do in the morning, right? So now, what I'm gonna do, I will request you, can you please look at on the screen and make sentence. So can you remember? So this is how we made a lot of sentence. I practice, we practice, you practice, they practice, he practices, she practices, it practices, Tony practices. This is how, what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna say, I get up early in the morning, then I brush my teeth, I make breakfast, and then I have a cup of tea. Then I get ready for my office and I take car, I drive down to the Epping station and I take train, then I arrive at office around 10 o'clock, then I start working, right? So this is the morning routine, what I do. Right, so you don't have to copy it, but this is just an example. What you can do, you can start saying, hi everyone, my name is Hassan Habib, and I get up early in the morning at 6 o'clock. Then I go to washroom, I brush my teeth, then I make breakfast, Did you get me? So if you understood me, please type in the chat box, understood. I'd like to see how many of you really understood what you need to do. You need to tell me, what do you do in the morning, right? So if you really understood, please type in the chat box, understood. Excellent. So now I'm gonna give you 3 minutes to speak about the morning things, what do you do? I'll ask you a question. The question is, what do you do in the morning? And you need to give me 10 sentences. Type in the chat box. How many sentences you need to give me? When I ask you a question, type in the chat box is 10. It's not 9, it's not 7, it's not 5. It's exactly 10 sentences I would like to hear from you, right? So now, ready? Ready. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'll unmute yourself again, right? I'll unmute yourself again. You need to start like this. Hey everyone, my name is Hassan Habib, and today I'd like to share with you what I do in the morning. Then you need to say da 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 da, keep going on and on and on, right? Don't stop until you say 10 sentences. I repeat, you need to say, hi everyone, my name is Hassan Habib. Today I'd like to share with you what I do in the morning. Can you say that? If you can, please type in the chat box, yes I can. I repeat, you need to say, hi everyone, my name is Hassan Habib, and today I'd like to share with you what I do in the morning. Can you do that? Excellent, excellent. So now I'm gonna unmute yourself again. And you need to speak loudly. There is another condition. If you'd like to be a very good speaker, if you'd like to be a fluent speaker, you have to speak loudly. And I'll share with you how I learn English and what sort of things I struggle. And once you hear my story, probably you will start doing the same thing. You will copy it and you will get the same result, right? So now I'm going to unmute yourself. All you need to do, you need to give me 10 sentences saying, hi everyone, my name is Hassan Habib. I'd like to da 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 da, right? So please unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello everyone.
Hello everyone,
I am Mohammed Asif.
I'm getting
What I am doing in the morning.
I brush my
So I
teeth,
get up
make my
and
breakfast,
did my
get
Get up
out
early,
of
then
bed and then brush
get
my
ready
teeth
for
and
my
have
breakfast,
then
brush,
and I have a cup of
get ready,
tea
get a
and
bus,
I'm getting
and arrive
home
at
from
office,
college and
start
take
work.
bus and reading and arrive to office and
ready for
starting
my
my
school.
classes. That's it.
Get up, brush my.
Excellent, excellent. So I need a volunteer. I need a volunteer. So who would like to share with us what do you do in the morning? So I think I got Blanky Kishore. So Kishore, can you please unmute yourself and share with us what do you do in the morning?
Sir, happy evening, sir. I get up early morning. I brush my teeth. I take a breakfast. I have a cup of tea. Get ready for my work, and I take a bus, and I then reach my workplace. And I am in my office after complete my complete my work.
Thank you, Kishore. Thank you. Please type in the chat box. Thanks, Kishore. I need another volunteer. All I want from you is once I say or once I give you the opportunity, you need to start and needs to keep going, right? So fast. So Farha Khan, can you please unmute yourself and share with us what do you do in the morning?
Hello everyone, I'm Farha Khan Nijona. I like to share with you. I get up bread, I brush my teeth, make breakfast, and have a cup of tea. Get ready for my college, take a bus, and arrive at college, start reading. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. So Fahad, can you please share with us what do you do in the morning?
I am Fahadul Islam. Now I am sharing my morning activity. At first, I get up early in the morning. Then I go to washroom and brush my teeth, and then I make my breakfast. Then I take a cup of tea and get ready for my office. And I go to bus station. Then I take a bus and arrive my office, and then start working.
Excellent, excellent. So now I'd like to go a bit forward, and I'm going to give you opportunity to. I'll try my best to give you opportunity to everyone else, right? So in the afternoon, what do you do? If I ask you the question, and you share with a lot of activities, so these are the things you do, right? So usually we have lunch in the afternoon and we take rest for some time. Then you start working, and if you are a student, then you start studying. And around 5 or 6 o'clock you leave office, and then usually I go to tea stall, take a cup of tea, I refresh myself. Then I usually take train and I come to Epping. Then I take my car, drive down to home. And I think in the evening well, this is just an example. I watch some videos on YouTube, and then I attend 5-day challenge. And okay, then I attend, I think, in the evening meeting. And this is how, I enjoy my afternoon, right? So the same thing I'm going to ask you, what do you do in the afternoon? And just these are the examples. You can use these sort of verbs. And if you have got different verbs, still you can use them, right? So the same way, I'd like to give you 2 minutes time. Please think about that. Exactly what do you do in the afternoon? Don't copy it. Just think about that. What do you do in the afternoon, and try to speak about that, right? So I'm going to give you 2 minutes time now. Can you remember I told you something about the breakout room? Now I'll give the opportunity to speak about your afternoon in the breakout room. So what I'm going to do, I'll stop this. I'll stop sharing screen. Now I'm going to invite you to the breakout room. Okay, so I have created 15 rooms for you. So, well, I'm going to invite you right now, right? So once you see the invitation, it's going to show you click to join. Just you need to click, and you will be taken to a small room where you can see only 2 or 3 people over there. Once you go there, so you need to introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Hassan Abib, and today I'd like to share with you what I do in the afternoon. Then you will finish, and the 2 people, they will listen to you, right? Don't try to catch the mistakes, because we are not considering the mistakes. From now on, we are thinking about just keep up, right? Just keep speaking. That's the thing we are considering right now. We are not considering how many mistakes I'm making, you are making. We are considering only one thing, how to speak, right? So once you start speaking and you keep going, in the future, you will find out your own mistakes and you can correct by yourself, right? So now I'm going to invite you in a small room. Don't wait here. Just click to join. Once you go to the room and just say start. You need to start, I think it's better if you start fast, right? Then the second person will start and third person. Now I'm going to give you 6 minutes time. So you have got only 2 minutes time each person. So one person, one person, one person. This is how. Okay, so once you finish, don't press any button. If you press any button, it will be out of the Zoom, right? So once I invite you to come back to the main session, automatically it will come back. All you need to do, you need to just click to join and just stay there. That's the thing you need to do. Don't click second time. So if you really understood what I just mean, please type in the chat box understood. Type in the chat box understood. So I'm going to invite you in a breakout room. You will see on the screen, click to join in a breakout room. Just you need to click, and this software is going to take you to a small room. 3 people will be there, and you will practice with only 3 people. You will start fast, second person will speak, then third person will speak, and once you finish that, you'll come back in a main room, right? Don't press any button. I will invite you to come back in the main room, and I will do that. You don't have to press any button, okay? A lot of people said understood. Okay, so I'm opening the room for you, so please join right now. Don't wait here. Please just click to join. Yeah, so a lot of people are joining right now. Yeah, excellent. So don't wait here. Just click and join. You have got 2 minutes to speak. Click and join. Go, go, go. And I'll visit the room. So please click and join over there. Click and join. Very quick. You have to be very quick. Very quick. You need to click and join. Excellent. Excellent. So I'll visit some rooms. If you don't join, just you can stay here, right? you need to join because someone is waiting for you. Please join there and practice. Please join there and practice. Please join there and practice. Okay. Okay, so who would like to give a presentation here? Right, so please unmute yourself if you'd like to give a presentation here. Who would like to give a presentation? So Zakaria, I'd like to share what you do in the afternoon. Okay, so Galaxy A30s, I'm not sure what's your name. Would you like to give a presentation? What do you do in the afternoon? All right, so who'd like to give a presentation? What do you do in the afternoon? So all you need to do, you need to turn on your video and you need to just show it. I'll give you the opportunity to speak here. All right. All right, so can you please type in the chat box, how was your practice? Have you practiced a lot? So please type in the chat box, how have you practiced over there? Have you practiced a lot? I'd like to see your comment. Okay, so, okay, Mola said we practiced. Okay, Rakib said yes. Dajon said I enjoyed the room actually. Good. Okay, Shine said yes, you practiced. Okay, Diptura said yes. Look, I cannot force you to practice. I'm gonna give you the opportunity and you need to grab it, right? If you don't grab the opportunity, I can't help you. So one day, this is the real story from my life. So when I completed my master's from Birmingham City University, and then I started working. That time I was on post-study work visa, 2 years full-time work permit. And once I finished that, then I met my lawyer and I said, what's the next thing to do? Should I go back to my country or is there an opportunity staying here? And he said, you had some sort of opportunities. You can move to post work permit, or you can start your own business. And it's called entrepreneurship visa. Once you receive the visa, then you can start your own business. So when I started talking with him, what are the merits and demerits to going for work permit and what is called entrepreneurship visa, and I found entrepreneurship visa is very exciting. Then I moved to entrepreneurship visa, and once I got my visa, on the visa, I mean biometric card, it was saying no work permit. You can work only on your business. So that time I started offering some services, especially digital marketing, right? And when I started calling people, they put down the phone and I became frustrated. I said, what should I do? How I'm gonna survive here in the UK? And only the source of income would be on my business. Then I met one of the mentors. So if you know what's the mentor mean, please type in the chat box. So I was looking for a mentor, and okay, so yeah, Diptura, that's right. So that's the teacher. So especially in the academic area, we say teacher, but in the business or other areas, we say mentor, right? So mentor means who has done this job, you'd like to do. For example, if you'd like to be an engineer, so your mentor has to be some sort of engineer. If you'd like to be a businessman, your mentor has to be a businessman, right? So I met my first mentor. His name was Monas, right? And he lives in Birmingham. I live in London. And I saw his post, and he was saying, is there anyone else who are very ambitious and would like to get some sort of help? I'll be in Mayfair in London in a hotel room, and I'm inviting you for a tea or coffee. And I say, this is a great opportunity, right? This is another reason why I'm giving you the free service, because someone, my business mentor, he offered me this service for free. And I met him and I asked him, so I'm struggling with these sort of things. What should I do? And that time I couldn't speak very well as well. And he gave me lots of suggestions. And I had notebooks with me, and I just took notes, whatever he said. I said, please slow down. I'm taking a lot of notes. And all of a sudden he said, is there any way you can go to school, night school, where you can learn English? I said, do you think I need to improve my English a bit more? And he said, of course, especially accent, because when you speak over the phone, people don't understand you and they make laugh on you. So you need to develop this. That's the first thing. Second thing is regarding the sales, you need to understand these sort of things. And the third thing is you got to believe in yourself. And fourth thing is, I cannot help you. When I said I can't help you, my eye became bigger. What he is going to say? Because I had lots of expectation to get from him. And he said, I can't help you. And he paused. And then he said something is very, very important. And is very important for you as well. I can't help you until you help yourself. I repeat, he said me, I can't help you until you help yourself. Please type in the chat box what I just said. I can't help you until you help yourself. I didn't understand wholly. And then I took a pause and I said, sir, he said a lot of things. I took note and definitely I'm going to do it. I'll try to find out a course so that I can improve my English. Second thing is I would like to take some sort of sales course so that I can develop my sales skill. Third thing is, yeah, of course, I'm going to give a lot of time on this. And fourth thing is I'll start believing in myself and I'd like to develop my mindset. But the last thing I couldn't understand, what do you mean by that? You can't help me until I can help myself. What do you mean? And he gave me a smile and he said, this is all about taking action, right? He said, whatever I just said, if you do this, that means you're helping yourself, right? And you can come to visit me probably 100 times, and whatever I'm giving you, the instruction, if you don't follow me, how I'm going to help you? So the best thing is you can help yourself by doing this, whatever I just said. I can help you until, so all you need to do, you need to follow my instruction, you need to take action, massive actions, if you'd like to get a result. And once you struggle someone else, you can give me a phone, you can come to visit me, and I'll try to look into the matter, then I'll find out the solution for you. But all you got to do is, you got to take action, you got to work on it. The same thing I'm gonna tell you, if you'd like to be a very good speaker, if you'd like to change your life through education, if you'd like to settle in UK, US, or Canada, I can't help you until you help yourself, right? So whatever the homework I'm gonna give you, you got to take action. Otherwise, I can't help you. I think you understood what I just said. So if you understood what I just said from my life, please type in the chat box, understood. I'd like to see how many of you really understood. Okay, now I'm gonna take you again to the lesson. Yeah, type in the chat box, understood. I'd like to see how many of you really understood. If you don't understand the very, very important thing, probably the whole course would be valueless to you. But if you understand just only one thing, that no one can help you until you help yourself, unless you help yourself, I think that's good enough to change your life, right? So now, here you go. So in the evening, what do you do? And you said a lot of things. And these are the things I think we do in the evening, right? So if you study or work, so you come back home and you get together with your family, right? And then you take some sort of snacks, probably, yeah. So then you understand, I mean, who are cooking at home, they really, really, I mean, do a lot of tasks. If you have got opportunity to help them, you should help. Usually I do as well. And then once the cooking is finished, then you take dinner, then you read some books. Usually I do. And then sometimes you chat with your family members and you look into tomorrow's plan, what I got to do tomorrow, right? And then you get ready for sleeping and you go to bed. So this is how you finish or enjoy your evening, right? So the same way, I'd like to request you, please look into the screen and see and think about this. What do you do in the evening, right? So if you don't do this sort of things in the evening, don't say it. Whatever you do, try to say it, and then we're gonna go in a breakout room again. So I'm gonna give you 60 seconds and I'm gonna give you the opportunity to speak about these things. So I'll ask you, what do you do in the evening? You need to unmute yourself and then to say, hi, my name is Habib, and today I'd like to share with you what I do in the evening. I usually get together with my family in the evening, then take some snacks and help to cook my wife. Then when it is ready, then we take dinner, we read some books, and then we chat with our family members. And finally, I take a look on tomorrow's plan and get ready to sleep and go to bed. So this is how I enjoy my evening, right? So this is how I need to give a presentation. So if you're ready to give this presentation or to speak about what do you do in the evening, please type in the chat box, ready. I would like to see how many of you are really ready to speak about your evening. So please type in the chat box, ready. Okay. Let's see how many of you are really ready. Okay, Shine said ready, Fast said ready, Saif said ready, Lazmir said ready. Okay, excellent, excellent. So what I'm gonna do, I'll unmute yourself, and once I unmute yourself, I'll ask you a question. What do you do in the evening? And you just start, right? Hi, my name is Habib. Today I'd like to share with you what I do in the evening. First of all, I get together with my family when I come back from office. And you should speak one, right? So please unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, Go. So what do you do in the
Hi,
evening?
my name is Kisko.
Hi, my name is
I am Mohammed Ashif. Hello everyone.
So
I am
my
sharing about
I
the
would
morning
like to
activity I am
activity
share
doing in
my
evening.
evening
my
activities.
friend
Back
and
from
I take
background.
some
get together
break
and have it.
Maghrib namaz, then I take
Then
Family
I take dinner at
and
10 a.m. and
then
sometimes I
Bro,
do
my
dancing
after finish
and
breakfast and
lots of I'm doing
sometimes
my
then
family.
chat with my
After
and go to the
then
sleep
go
everyone
and
on
go
to
in
tomorrow's
day
and
then I
get
go to
ready
bed.
I take it
join
tomorrow's plan
five days
and get ready for tomorrow
Sleep it
and then go to bed. That's it.
ready to sleep.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So I'm going to give you another example. So through this 5 days challenge, you will see some of you will start speaking and everyone will praise you. They'll say, how come? I mean, you developed so much only these 5 days. And some of you will not never change. You will say, okay, should I try? You know, people are really funny. One, he's telling us to practice. Some of you are practicing, and some of you probably they will stand on the fence. Sometimes you will listen to me, and sometimes you will not. Right? So you will see at the end of this course, especially on the video, who are attending 5-day challenge every day, and who is submitting the homework every day. At the end of the 5-day challenge, you will see in the first class they have started speaking, and then the last class they become fluent, right? And now I'm going to tell you. So this is very, very important lesson, and probably you will relate with this story, probably with something else, right? So I have got another mentor. He always said, right? So you will see the successful people, whatever they do, first of all, most of the time they say no. So for example, if you ask them, especially the successful people, so can you please do it? Instead they'll tell you, okay, let me think about it. And then they'll come up with an answer, yes or no. And if they say yes, they'll make it. If they say no, they'll reject you and they'll not think about it even at 1 second, right? But the mediocre people, what I mean by mediocre is, some people, they're not the best in their performance because they are not taking the things seriously. And they'll say, well, I'll do it later on, probably tomorrow, probably day after tomorrow, I'm busy with these other things, right? And that's the difference between failure and success. So successful people always take the opportunity, but they think about this before making the decision. So I think most of you, who have attended this 5-day challenge, you have taken this challenge, you made this decision. All you got to do, you need to just take action, right? And if you don't take action, this is gonna be a waste of your time. And in the first class, I told you, and I was open as well. I said, I can't help you until you follow my 2 instruction. Number 1, you got to attend the class, and number 2 is you need to submit your homework. So if you don't do these 2 things, I can't help you. So can you remember my mentor said, I can't help you until you help yourself. So you need to help yourself, right? And as I told you, so you can achieve almost everything in your life. You can achieve almost everything in your life if you make the decision and if you work on it. So you know my story, right? I'm from Bangladesh. It's a southern part, Borishal, and my father was a high school teacher and my mom was a primary school teacher, right? And even still I can remember when I finished my graduation, I think for 6 months, my lunch was like a cup of tea and a bread. So when I tried to become a language teacher, there was a training for a month, right? And I couldn't afford the lunch. And when everybody is going for the lunch, I hide myself. I went somewhere else a bit far away and I ordered a cup of tea and I ordered a slice of bread. I had my lunch, I came back again for the training, right? So this is how I struggle. But I didn't stop myself over there. I know no one can stop me. And from there, so Can you imagine? I studied Birmingham City University, then I moved to post-study work, then I applied for entrepreneurship visa, then I got settlement here, and I established a company which is worth of more than £1 million. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? So I'm gonna tell you again, no one can stop you, whatever you want to achieve. Only you can stop yourself. No one can stop you. And do you think that was an easy life? I mean, easy journey. I have started and I finished up here. No, it was not. But I always told myself that one day I'm gonna travel around the world. Even I didn't have dare to share with my friends and family members because they will laugh at me, right? So that's why I know you have got so much potential inside you. You need to reveal it. You need to unleash itself. You have got so much potential. So all you got to do, you need to believe in yourself. So now, who would like to achieve whatever you want to achieve? Please type in the chat box me. I'd like to see how many would like to achieve your dream. Type in the chat box me. I'd like to see how many of you, right? So it was life is not easy, right? It's not simple. You got to achieve. You got to survive. You got to succeed. So this is all about the life, right? So I don't like to take your any more time. So this is how you need to practice. So what I'm gonna do, I'll invite again to the breakout room. Please join to the breakout room. If you don't join the breakout room, if you don't practice, if you don't share with you what you do in the evening, how are you gonna, improve your fluency, right? So please join to the breakout room again. So I'm gonna invite you to the breakout room, right? So please join there and share what do you do in the evening. Please go there, right? You have got 6 minutes time. Please go there. Don't wait here. Go to the breakout room and share what do you do in the evening. Don't wait here. Please go to the breakout room. Yeah. So you have to go very quickly. Go, go, go. Yeah. So I'm gonna visit your breakout room and I will see what you do. And there are a lot of people in the waiting room. So what I'm gonna do, I will assign you to the breakout room. So please join to the breakout room now. Okay, so please join to the breakout room and practice. I'll visit some breakout room. Let's see how they're practicing. Okay, Shahnaz Parvin, can you please unmute yourself and give your presentation? What do you do in the evening?
Thank you, sir, to give me this opportunity to say something about what I am doing in the evening. Actually, in the evening, first I take some snaps and a cup of tea. Then I start to study my spells. There are too little. If I don't sit them, they cannot see to teach. Sorry, study. Then I cook some dinner for my family members. It's sir, I don't say something else.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that.
Yes, most welcome.
Fahad, can you please share with us what do you do in the evening?
Okay, sir. I'm Father Islam now. I share my evening activity. At first, I complete my Maghrib prayer. Then I take a cup of tea or coffee. Then I start my study at class 2 or 3 hours. Then I take my dinner, and I try to make a plan for tomorrow. Then I ready to go to sleep, and then I go to my sleeping room.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. So who is next? Who'd like to give a presentation? What do you do in the evening? Just wave your hand so that I can see you. So is there anyone else who'd like to give a presentation? What do you do in the evening? Okay. Okay. Khairul, can you please unmute yourself?
Yes, sir. Hello. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Awesome Habib, sir. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. Very good. Thank you.
Sir, I just came from the room, and what they are talking about, I don't know what you asked
So
actually.
what do you do in the evening?
Oh, I don't. Today actually, I just finished my class in 12:30, and after that I came back in my home and get to just rain today in Bangladesh. The rain was going on, and that's why I have to. I just finished my bath actually on 2 p.m. and after that I went for my class, and after that I take just some rest and eat some something, and after that I slept, and after I came to your class.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Thank you, Khairul. Johnny Zakir, please share with us. So what do you do in the evening?
Thanks for giving me an opportunity. After lunchtime, I sleep. I have slept for 1 hour. After that, I get up from the bed, and I saw the rain is cats and ducks. Then I move the homes, and I run 5 minutes in a field. After that, I come back my homes, and I eat keep a cup of tea. Then I gossip with my family, and I have a meeting. Then I will attend this meeting.
Excellent, Johnny. So Shaheen Alam, can you please share with us what do you do in the evening?
Actually, evening is a special part of my day. Usually, I go to work in the evening time, and I have taken tea or coffee. Sometimes I gossip with my university friends. After 6 or 7 p.m., I come back my home, and I study my books, and around 9 p.m. I start my dinner. About 12.
Thank you. So Shaheen Alam number 2, can you please share with us? So what do you do in the evening?
Yes, sir, definitely. When comes the evening time, at first I say my prayer, Maghrib. After that, I'm ready to go home from factory. After reach at my home, I refresh myself and take some rest. After that, I take my dinner and using sometime mobile phone, then going to sleep. That's it.
Excellent, excellent. So who would like to give a presentation? Next. Who is next? Okay, Shahnas Parvin, can you please share with us what are you doing in the evening?
Yes. Yes, sir. I'm already say you about this. You hear me, sir? Please.
Yes. Okay. Already you have given the presentation. Okay, that's fine. So next.
Yes. Yes.
Who would be the next person? Is there anyone who would like to give a presentation? Otherwise, I'll move forward. Right. Let's see. Is there any comment here? Anyone would like to give a presentation? Okay. So John said. Okay. John, can you please turn on your video so that I can find you? Just show your hand, turn on your video, because a lot of students here, I can't find you where right now. So Rezan Ahmed, can you please unmute yourself? And
yes, sir. Thank you.
Welcome.
Sir, in the evening time, I actually go out and I gossip with my friends in a tea stall, and we have some tea. And after that, I return at my home, and then I start my study, and after that, I chat with my relatives and my some friends in the social media. And after that, I have my dinner, and then I got ready for sleep, and I go to bed. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you. So yeah, Jian, can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah, thank you, sir. Hello, everyone. I am MD Jian. I would like to share my evening work. Usually, in the evening, I back from the field in the home. Then I fresh myself. After freshing myself, I would like to offer pray. After offering pray, I take some tea. I take tea. Then taking tea, I go to table after for reading, and sometime in the reading time, sometimes it's break, and in the break time I gossip with my family member. After 1 hour or 1:30 hour later, then I go to fresh walk, or sometime I go to offer pray, and thus my evening work are held. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. So Devashish, would you like to share what do you do in the evening?
Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm very good. Thank you. Thanks for asking.
Yes, sir. But today, actually, I am late coming for office, and that time I purchased a shoe and come back in raining on the rickshaw, and return to my home and fresh and bath and take a coffee. And today I am missing my child because my child is not at now. So I am still very alone. But I am very happy to joining in the class. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, you're welcome. So now we are going to wrap up the class, and before that, just would like to recap. So what do you have learned, right? So now the question is, what do you do in the morning, afternoon, and evening, right? So let's say you have already talked about 10 sentences about the morning, 10 sentences about the afternoon, and 10 sentences about the evening. So can you please type in the chat box how many sentences you have already delivered? Type in the chat box, please. I'd like to see your comment. So you have already delivered 10 for morning, 10 for afternoon, 10 for evening, right? So 30 sentences, right? Please type in the chat box how many sentences you have already delivered. Okay, 30. So all you got to do, you need to practice this question. So what do you do every day? That means morning, afternoon, evening. And if you practice 30 sentences 10 times, and if you give a presentation, and after giving the presentation in the Facebook group, tomorrow come to me if you cannot speak 80%, whatever you want to speak. This is guaranteed. You got to follow my instruction inch by inch, right? You cannot miss even a single piece of the puzzle. All you got to do, you need to take notebook. This is how you need to practice. You need to take notebook, a pen, and you need to write down what do you do in the morning, 10 sentences. Then what do you do in the afternoon, 10 sentences. You need to write down on the paper, and 10 sentences what do you do in the evening. Then you need to practice it 10 times. Then you need to give a presentation. And I always prefer standing in front of the mirror. So there is a mirror, and you need to just stand in front of the mirror. Then you say, hey, my name is Hassan Habib, and today I'd like to share with you what I do every day. Then, first of all, I get up early in the morning, da 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 da. What I do in the afternoon, da 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 da, 10 sentences. What I do in the evening, da da da, 10 sentences. All together, 30 sentences. Once you finish 30 sentences, then stop. And then take your hand like this and take over here and say, thank you, Habib. Tell your name and say thank you, right? So you need to praise yourself, right? Otherwise, each and every success you need to celebrate. So once you deliver 30 sentences together as a presentation, you should give a clap. You should just say thank you. You have done well, right? So this is the thing I wanted to hear from you tomorrow, and this is your homework. So who can do this presentation? And during the presentation, you need to keep speaking one-on-one, and you need to deliver 30 sentences. Please type in the chat box who can do this. If you can do, please type in the chat box me. That's the thing I wanted to get from you. Type in the chat box. So I'm gonna count. Farah said me, 1. Jen said me, 2. It's me, okay. Bushra said inshallah, okay. Shamin said yes I can, okay. Excellent. Type in the chat box. Type in the chat box. I'd like to see how many of you are really excited, committed to beat this challenge, right? So at the end of these 5 days, you got to announce yourself. Either you are a winner or you are a loser. So if you can attend 5-day challenge, and if you can submit 5 days homework, that means you have won the challenge. Otherwise, you're gonna lose it, right? And this is how it works in your everyday life. Whatever you want to achieve, either you're gonna win it or you're gonna lose it. So you got to challenge yourself. So I can see only probably 15 students. They said I can. And what about the rest? So have you announced yourself? You got already the defeat. You are losing, right? So don't lose, right? Just fight against it and try to prove yourself that you can do it. So here you go. To make it simple, what I'm gonna do. Okay, so this is the thing I need to share with you. So if you attend 5-day challenge, and if you submit your homework every day, and at the end of this course, you'll get a certificate, this one. So this is the certificate is going to be delivered from UK organization, Hassel Free Education, and probably is going to help you a lot to prove yourself that you can speak, and that's the evidence. And as I'm telling you, of course, you'll be able to speak if you attend 5-day challenge and if you submit your homework. And that's the proof. If you cannot do it, you will not get the certificate. It's straightforward. So it's very simple. Attend 10-day challenge, submit your homework, get the certificate, right? So now the second reward I have shared with you is, so this is the gentleman. He's gonna take a class, live class. So this is the
I have been teaching English, well, helping people with English for the past 20 years. At first in Thailand, where my parents were working, and then in Scotland and England, and online, people around the world now. I've been a professional English teacher for many years now, qualified in the UK, and after a university degree and I've been teaching mostly English, including.
Okay, so that's the reason I wanted to share with you. So who would like to participate in a class with you, Steve? Type in the chat box, Steve. I'd like to see how many of you are really interested to have a class with you, Steve. Type in the chat box, Steve. Let's see. Let's see how many. Okay. Okay. A lot of people are saying Steve. Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. So, yeah. So this is the homework. So you need to write it down, 30 sentences. You need to practice 10 times in front of the mirror, and you need to upload your video to IELTS and study in the UK, right? So that's the thing you need to do. Now I'd like to ask for feedback. So can you please type in the chat box? Listen carefully fast. So say on the scale of 0 to 10. So here is the 0, here is the 10, right? 0 to 10. So how do you recommend this class? So 0 means negative. Let's say 5 means okay, right? 7 means excellent. And over 9 or 10 is outstanding. That means 0 means negative, 5 means okay, 7 means excellent, and over 9 is outstanding. So type in the chat box, how do you recommend this class? Is it okay? Is it excellent? Is it outstanding? So this is the second class you have got with me. So please type in the chat box. I'd like to see okay, excellent, or outstanding. Okay, excellent. Okay, so type in the chat box. I'd like to see. Okay. So I'm gonna give you 10 seconds more to type in the chat box. Okay. Okay. So if you feel it's okay, type in the chat box okay. If it is excellent, type in the chat box excellent. If it is outstanding, type in the chat box outstanding. Okay. So I can see a lot of people are typing right now. Muhammad Numan said 8, that means excellent. Yeah, he said 5, that means okay. Rokib said 10, that means outstanding. Shumon, outstanding. Farah Khan, outstanding. Shahnaz, excellent. Muhammad Asif, outstanding. Farah Khan, 10 out of 10, okay. Tamjid said outstanding. Antu said okay. Tamjid said okay. Nura said 10, that means outstanding. Rokib said outstanding. Rajun said 7 out of 10, that means excellent. Okay, anybody else? So a lot of people, they didn't comment, that means no comment, right? So anyway, thank you very much for joining today, and tomorrow I'd like to see you in the same time, in the same class. Until then, goodbye, and see you in the next class. Please make sure, practice a lot, submit your homework, and as I claimed, so if you do this, you'll be able to speak 80%, however you want to speak. So don't take it lightly. That's going to be medicine if you're struggling for fluency. If you practice a lot, only this question, what do you do every day? You will see you'll develop a lot, and you will get the fluency. So having said that, I'd like to say goodbye and see you tomorrow, same time.